Welcome back. A trip into the arts paid off in a big way for a Cabot School science class. Kat Villanzoni joins us this morning to tell us more about the project that earned them a national award. This sounds so cool, Kat.
You know, Julie, it is really pretty cool. They were up against some pretty big high schools from places like Orange County, California, and Brooklyn, New York. But the small community of Cabot edged them all out. Last year, when Cabot School's AP Environmental Studies class teamed up with the band to put on the little-known folk opera Lillian, they had no idea it would lead to big bucks for their science class. The class designed the lighting and studied which lights would help the production use less energy.
When we were doing Lillian stuff, like you'd walk into the room and it's like a disco party.
Some of it is still hanging from the classroom ceiling months later. Students used milk bottles from the cafeteria and lights to create sea creatures.
Me and my friend, we made this anglerfish, and it's like a stuffed animal almost. We used like plastic packing bags to fill it and bubble wrap.
Because much of the opera centers around the Pacific Ocean garbage patch, reusing trash seemed like a natural fit.
It was so amazing. Like, it was just like, just knowing that we made all of those and we got to, I don't know, just watch the whole thing come to life.
I was just completely blown away by it.
Teacher Michael Hendricks says the project was a creative tie-in to his lessons on energy efficiency, lighting output, and water quality.
I remember waking up the next morning, and I think I must have been smiling the entire time because I woke up and my face was sore.
But soon, he was going to have another reason to smile.
They submitted their project to the teachers' fundraising site Donors Choose, and from there were selected to be a finalist in the Teach for the Planet Challenge. Now the internet decides the winner, but Cabot rallied around. 2 weeks later, they found out they'd won.
I remember screaming and just running down the stairs of my house.
I was like, oh my God, we won. This is so exciting.
And now they get to figure out how to spend their prize money, $10,000. Looking around the classroom, Hendricks has a few ideas.
A lot of the glassware still needs to be replaced.
He says, only half joking, that a lot of this science equipment may be older than he is, and it's pricey.
This is the big thing. This is what we're growing. This is what we're growing our microbe samples in, which is an incubator that is actually used for chickens. These kids need to be learning lab technique, and they want to learn the appropriate tools of the trade. This isn't helping.
And their centrifuge is only collecting dust, not DNA.
This one doesn't work. It's lovely to look at, but it actually doesn't work.
His students have some ideas of their own, too.
We've joked about getting like a fleet of drones, which is kind of funny because we're just really into that kind of thing.
As for the plastic bottle lights, Hendricks says they're here to stay.
We're keeping the room this kind of vibe. The kids love it.
Really do. It is a cool room to look at.
Yeah, and just amazing to see what you can do. And thank goodness for the internet, because look what it's doing for education.
$10,000 is a lot of money for that school. And it's funny, they're getting $10,000, but Hendricks told me the project only cost them $500.
Wow.
So I'd say that's a pretty good return on investment, I think.
Definitely, and I'm sure a lot of teachers watching can relate to having old equipment and really looking forward to updating some of that. And those kids talking about the drones, I mean, that's the way that kids need to learn today, through that kind of stuff.
And since they do get a say in how that money is spent, I think they might be getting a drone.
Oh, breaking news here.
I know,
wow,
right?
That's super cool. Thank you, Kat.